Hi friends, I'm Manvir Singh Anand. I'm an entrepreneur in the F&B space, often known as a food business expert. I run a company called Night Gourmet Services, wherein which we are the event hospitality partners to the largest events in the country, including an IPL, ISL. Otherwise, I hold a cloud kitchen portfolio of around 5 brands, 3 in Delhi, 2 in Chennai, and most importantly, I run another company called TKG Ventures, wherein which we are trying to empower the next generation of food entrepreneurs. Most importantly, I've been a 2-time TEDx speaker and an author of a best-selling book, Catering Your Way to Financial Independence, and that's pretty much about it. Entrepreneurship is a way of life. And that's the best learning I've been able to take. So I started my career in Madman Consulting, wherein which I was really enthusiastic by the decked up uniforms, a Madman consultant used to wear. But slowly and gradually, as part of my consulting roles, I came across opportunities which had to be met with the right kind of solutions. There are we always talk about the fact that India is a place of billion people, but at the same time, it's a place with billion problems. And during my consulting role, I found multiple opportunities wherein which we could leverage and create solutions for the same. And that's where I happened to start one of the first cloud kitchen businesses way back in 2013. So entrepreneurship is about creating an adversity into opportunity. And that's one of the most fundamental aspects I have learned as an entrepreneur. If I give you a perspective, one of the most difficult things for an entrepreneur to start off, and for me also, which was the case, was to get my first customer on board. Because the first time you're starting your business, you don't even know that customer is going to actually make you a business or not. And that was one of the most difficult elements. Then came in multiple aspects, like the entire phase of converting from a VAT to a GST to demonetization, and most often, I think, the recent pandemic. I think as an entrepreneur, tough times keep coming in, and I can't really mention one specific element, but I always believe that these adversities teach you about how you can actually overcome them and create them into an opportunity. So I run a company called Night Gourmet Services. To give you a brief background, we are based in Delhi, Mumbai and Chennai. And we are one of the largest event hospitality solutions company with a pan-India presence across 11 states, 30 cities. It's been a pleasure interacting with the team at IID because I just didn't know about the concept earlier. But when I happened to meet a couple of committed professionals, I understood that there's this fantastic initiative run by the country to actually empower the next generation of entrepreneurs. And in my full right, this was the best opportunity for me to ideally reach out to the relevant set of people who want to grow their businesses. And that's why I've been a part of this. I definitely believe that entrepreneurship is an element which is not only a career option, but it's the necessity of today's time. Pandemic has taught us that in today's time, you can't really be dependent on a cushy job or a great career opportunity. You have to take your own destiny in your hands, and that's the beauty of today's time. And that's why what IID is doing is exactly that. Curating courses around cloud kitchens, around production elements. I'm just amazed at the kind of variety they've been able to come up with. And I think this is where there's a trickle-down effect of actually empowering the next generation of entrepreneurs, irrespective. I always believe, and I absolutely swear by our Prime Minister's quote of Atmanirbhar Bharat, because I believe, like I always keep mentioning, entrepreneurship is not a career option. It's the only option, in times to come, because somewhere or the other you have to be entrepreneurial in nature, and these elements will teach you about how to leverage upon them. And why I think people like us and people in the industry, how we can contribute, because the best thing we can contribute, there's a quote by Dalai Lama which says, if you know something, try and contribute that, because that's the best form of service. And if colleagues, industry colleagues like me and other people who've been part of these course making process, if you can share your knowledge, imagine you'll be creating another billion jobs in this country, and that's what is the great opportunity for you guys. So I've been given the opportunity of doing the Cloud Kitchen course essentially of sorts, wherein which we have tried to share a step-by-step process for how any individual, a homemaker, a home baker, or home chef, or a budding entrepreneur can start a thriving food business, that too without any prior background in the hospitality industry, especially on the cloud kitchen niche, because that's one of the fastest growing segments. And with elements like the Zomato IPO coming in, online food delivery growing at a massive pace, this is the one opportunity which a person can have a massive upside potential, but with very minimal capital investment. And that's why I think this is a course which will actually change the paradigm of how people look at food businesses of sorts. Oh, it's been a great experience that way. I'm just enthusiastic by looking at the passion of young folks coming together and actually thinking about courses which nobody thinks of. Education has always been there. Traditional education has always been there. But the element of bringing application to that is what the team is really aspiring to do. And that's what is so amazing about this team. Entrepreneurship, I always keep mentioning that if you're an entrepreneur, you are an industry veteran, I would highly recommend you to partner up with these folks because they are really thinking out of the box. They are setting the recipe for creating the next 1 billion jobs in the country. And if you're not partnering up with them, I think you're missing out big time because this is an opportunity to actually create a difference in the entire Indian entrepreneurship ecosystem and create 1 billion jobs. So I hope this gives you good clarity. Thank you so much to the team of IID for giving me this opportunity, and I look forward to collaborating for more similar projects. Thank you.
व्यवसाय शुरू करने की पूरी जानकारी सरकारी योजना के साथ संपर्क करें MSME हेल्पलाइन नंबर 7408733333 पर या फिर 7607655555 पर।